Hello and welcome, my name is Lynx. We are playing Spirit Sisters, Chapter 8, The Church. That's where we will continue. The church, never a place you would want to visit, I would say. Definitely not very trustworthy. Also, it should be taxed. A very optimistic beginning to the video. Let's continue. Within the capital of Egypt, there is a church that has opened up to the people. This specific church is one that predates the teaching of the Bible and has recently restituted itself as one of the world's leading religions. This deformation is known as the Egyptian Orthodox Church. Within the center of the city, various nuns can be seen walking in and out of the temple, giving prayers to those who may seek them. Within one of the temple's many rooms, a girl can be heard emerging from her slumber. Wendy, who was severely injured after a confrontation with Seth, is only now waking up from her comatose state as she jolts upwards from the bed. This place is unrecognizable to her, yet a sense of ease fills her heart as she could recognize the interior of a bedroom, something she has not seen in almost 6 months. As the door to the room starts to open, her eyes are immediately met with the same silver eyes she had seen before she passed out, and she wishes she was still passed out.
Ah! Oh, yes, my funny wake!
Hibiki busts out in a very happy tone. Hibiki, huh? Where is this? What happened? Wendy asks, completely disregarding the new title given to her by the spunky little nun.
We're in the church, the Egyptian Orthodox Church in Cairo, Egypt.
Pretty sure Wendy is not American, she would know where Cairo is.
You made me worried sick, Onesma. After we made it out of the spirit temple, you were out cold for almost 3 days.
Wendy's eyes bulge out their sockets. 3 days, why didn't you wake me up?
I did try, but you wouldn't budge. I had John come back and carry you over here. I was performing a bunch of healing spells and you still wouldn't wake. Not to mention your being face so trouble I couldn't bring myself to disturb you.
Unlike yours. The silver-haired nun looks down with a blush, holding her face in embarrassment, swinging back and forth. Wendy, still feeling foreign to the situation, decides to inquire.
I see that. Well, I guess I should be grateful that you and the church took me in your care. Even so, I had better get going now.
Wendy starts to get up when she's stopped by an abrasive Hibiki.
Oh, I don't think so. You still haven't fully recovered from your injuries. As an it's to make sure you're brought back to tip-top shape.
With you around, I highly doubt that's going to happen. Hibiki insists on taking care of Wendy when she suddenly engulfs herself in blue flames.
I told you I'm right now, see?
Hibiki is left speechless. All of her wounds are completely healed as if they were never there to begin with. I mean, just shows once again how Hibiki is useless. Wendy starts to notice a certain look in the nun's eyes, the same look one would give to an exotic animal at the zoo.
It's true! You truly are a phoenix!
Wendy doesn't respond to this verbally, slowly nods her head in confirmation. Sugoi! I'm not screaming this out loud, ridiculous. I really dislike this addition, you know. You're making English dialogues. Stop adding the freaking Japanese phrases. It's ridiculous. Over here as well, Onesma. Gee.
I knew my Onesma was amazing, but to actually be chosen by the Great Fire Spirit is truly incredible.
Yeah, whatever.
How awful! To think you'd gain the same spirit as the Pharaoh! What are the odds?
Pharaoh.
Onesma, could it be?
What?
No, there's just no way. How could you not know?
Not know what? Before the two girls could continue their conversation, a knock is heard at the door.
Forgive me for intrusion.
Ooh. Hello. Can we have this one instead? She seems way more reliable. Way more reliable. Way more. Anyway, a nun wearing a black dress and glasses entered the room. She had all the characteristics of your average nun. Except for two things. Her platinum turquoise hair, as well as...
Gee, those are the size of watermelons.
Yes.
Who? Watermelon? Watermelons? Oh, oops. I thought I said that in my head. Anyways, who are you?
She doesn't. Yeah, she wouldn't get it.
Hello, my name is Sylvia. I'm a non-part of the Egyptian Orthodox Church. It was brought to my attention that you were the one who saved all of the missing children.
Wendy looks at the new face and smiles back. Heck yeah! Let's go, Wendy!
Oh yeah, it was nothing really. I just happened to be in the right place at the right time.
Sylvia bows her head and the blue-haired girl.
You have mine the church's deepest gratitude. If it wasn't for you, who knows what might have happened to them. Please, if there's anything you might need, please do not hesitate to ask. We are at your aid.
At viewing the sister bowing her head down, her notably large assets hang below her head, allowing Gwen to marvel at their alluring and bouncy size. Deciding that setting was a bit rude, she decides to look elsewhere to not ensure sexualizing a woman of faith. You're kinda lucky you actually got an attractive nun there. All you see in Polish churches are old hags. I doubt that changed over time still. I bet it's still the old hags. Anyway.
Oh no, please don't feel indebted to me. Really, it was no big deal.
She ponders for a minute when something comes to her mind.
Actually, if you can do me one favor, I'd really appreciate it. What may that be?
Say that, you know, kick out Hibiki from this place.
Can you tell me more about what happened while I was out, as well as about the church?
The four-eyed sister looks up at the girl and smiles.
Yes, of course. Sister Hibiki? Yes? I have prepared the tea for the lady. May you go retrieve it for her?
Why? Just say yes! Fuck. Hibiki leaves the room, leaving the older nun and the goddess alone. By the way, it's not just this, okay? Where she goes Japanese that annoys me. It annoys the hell out of me, even like in Polish language, when someone is like suddenly out of nowhere speaking some English phrases, for example. Stop. Especially since people who do that usually, so 99% of the times, basically can't really speak English at all.
So annoying.
Anyway.
As you may already know, the world is filled with a select number of demigods. Throughout this age of gods, we sisters have been designated to uphold the spiritual faith for the various gods that come to flourish. As there are many churches under various demographics, recent groups have come to ignite a faith in the primordial age of the Egyptian deities.
We should do that again.
This sparked an increase in religious belief around the world.
We should not do that then.
In order to monopolize this, our branch, now known as the Egyptian Orthodox Church, had been officially formed to safeguard the chosen Cardinals that would inherit the authority given to them from the gods of the primordial age. That would include you, as the Phoenix spirit was created by Ra, our sun god, and as well as the Pharaoh. Oh, there is that word again, Pharaoh. It sounds so familiar, isn't that? The Egyptian word for king? I thought Egypt had abandoned that concept centuries ago. Could this Pharaoh have something to do with the resurgence of the gods happening right now? I wonder who this person may be. I see. So you have not been informed then. Madame, it would most benefit you to be informed about the current state of the world right now. And that is? Close to a year ago, the Egyptian gods have returned. Oh! Seriously? Yes. Roughly 1 year ago, several Egyptian gods returned from the heavens and have announced their future involvement with humanity's development. We alongside the people of Egypt were graced with the god's presence. Being of divine stature, it was breathtaking. Ra, the sun god, alongside several other deities, emerged here in Egypt. And after a nefarious situation involving a demon, they announced the selection of a new pharaoh. A boy not too much older than you, chosen by the gods. Much like pharaohs of the past, he was said to be the reincarnation of one of the old gods. The patron of Thebes. The Egyptian god Amun.
I do not know that name. Amun god. Minus shitty AI. Thank you. Major ancient Egyptian deity who appears as a member of the Hermopolitan Ogdoad. Amun was attested from the Old Kingdom together with his wife Amunet. Those names are kinda close to each other. His oracle in Siwa Oasis, located in western Egypt near the Libyan desert, remained the only oracle of Amun throughout with the 11th dynasty. Amun rose to the position of the patron deity of Thebes by replacing Montu. Initially possibly one of the 8 deities in the Hermopolite creation myth, his worship expanded. After the rebellion of Thebes against the Hyksos and with the rule of Amuze, Amun acquired national importance, expressing his fusion with the sun god Ra as Amun-Ra. Oh, I know that. On his own, he was also thought to be the king of the gods. Meh. Amun-Ra retained chief importance in the Egyptian pantheon throughout the New Kingdom. Amun-Ra in this period, 16th to 11th centuries BC, held the position of transcendental self-created creator deity par excellence. He was the champion of the poor or troubled and central to personal pity. With Osiris, Amun-Ra is the most widely recorded of the Egyptian gods. Really? As the chief deity of the Egyptian empire, Amun-Ra also came to be worshipped outside Egypt. The music just changed. According to the testimony of ancient Greek historiographers in Libya and Nubia, as Zeus Ammon and Jupiter Ammon, he came to be identified with Zeus in Greece and Jupiter in Rome. Okay. Egyptian gods, Roman gods, Greek gods, the most interesting of all. Anyway, Wendy takes a moment to take in all of this information. And before that other supposed pharaoh that has descended and so on is the guy that she was searching for. Anyway.
Wow, so it wasn't just said, but the entire pantheon had returned.
After not responding for a moment, Wendy speaks back to the platinum-haired nun.
Gee, gods and demons, huh? And the whole church group that has formed for the arrival of the gods, along with its chosen king, that's quite a lot for me to take in.
The sister looks over at Wendy, taking note that her recent injuries are gone.
Hey, wait. Yes? If Egypt has its gods back, then why did the church need my assistance in dealing with that sun demon? Good question. As I've said, the gods have returned, but most of them are still restricted by their oath to directly interfere with the events of man. Oath. So let's mention something like that. Well, what about the pharaoh guy? Isn't it his duty to enact the will of the gods or something? Yes, it is his duty, and he has fulfilled that duty many times over the last year. But due to some logistics, he was unable to provide his aid in time, so he asked for the assistance of our church, since he knew we had a local demigod in our vicinity. For we did not calculate it, Brother Michel betrayal, or how powerful the demon would truly be. I see. The two girls allow a moment of silence to pass.
That was the narration.
I know this may be a lot to take in, but I feel I should also inform you, our church is currently dealing with the blight of an evil organization. Shoka! No! The Crisis Empire! No!
Not understanding who or what she was referencing, the sister continues on.
This organization is the root of the powerful demons that invaded the desert, as well as who the descendants of our church have been fighting against for centuries. We call them the Cult of Set.
Set. Before Wendy could speak out her interest in the topic, her stomach can be heard growling loudly. I mean, it's been 3 days. I'm surprised she's not connected to IV or anything, to be fair.
Forgive me, but we may inform you of the details at a later date. Now, before anything else, are you hungry? Yeah, I suppose so. Good. Me and the Ras have prepared a fest to thank you. It would be our honor to preserve the spirit goddess with her sufficient strength.
Wendy takes a moment to register her words and as well as her current situation.
Spirit goddess, huh?
She says under her breath, but to no reply.
That sounds lovely, thank you.
The sister smiles before bowing her head once more.
Onissima, brought your tea!
Hibiki says, entering the room and handing the woman her tea.
Thanks. Come on, Hibiki. Help prepare the young lady an appropriate meal for her recovery. That's not fair. You to use this time to talk with her. Onissima. She means me, yeah.
Wendy says, still not understanding why the short girl chooses to refer to her as such a name. Hibiki jots up and follows the older woman out the door.
I see. In any case, don't you want to provide our hero a delicious reward?
I'm kinda worried she might freak it up.
A reward! Yes, reward for the church's hero, a grand feast. That will not be necessary. Excellent thinking, sister! I underestimated you! Well, let us get going then, shall we? Right, Sister Sylvia! Rest well, Onissima!
Now we start, Wendy. It's time to run. The two sisters leave the room, leaving Wendy alone with her thoughts. Now alone, she ponders over everything that happened to her over the last year. The plane crash. Plane crash? Wasn't it a car that got her? Her arrival at the temple, her spirit training, and her meeting with Set. For 6 whole months, she laid comatose in that temple, and then another 6 months of intense training with someone who seemingly now became her adversary. She then thinks of everything he had taught her, refining her sword arts and mastering her spirit magic, even allowing her to garner the spirits. Then her mission to save Hibiki and her battle with the Sun Demon as well as Michelle. And during all the time, a man became Pharaoh while the gods have returned to the living world. A feeling of regret and anguish washes over her after going over Set's sudden betrayal. Back then, all she wanted to do was find Sheen, even though she already has 2 in her legs. But in the time they spent together, she truly believed they had become friends.
Wait, Sheen? She recalls that the accident that befell her arrival at the underwater temple had left her childhood friend in a disastrous situation as well. How could I forget? I need to go find him and make sure he's okay.
Wendy says to herself, quickly reminds herself of her own personal goal. Near the city of Luxor, the wind blows ominously in the Sahara Sands. Okay, I need to check this. I do not know about the city of Luxor a lot. Luxor, Egypt.
Egypt. Luxor.
It's a city in Upper Egypt. Population of almost 300,000 people in 23. 43 square kilometers. The city of 100 gates, or the city of the sun, formerly known as Thebes. I would know that name. Among the oldest continuously inhabited cities in the world. Damn. Looks nice. Ooh. Nice green fields as well. Come on. Ah. Airport. Pyramids. Okay, this looks a little less inviting, that area. Yeah, on my own, sure. Maybe I would be willing to visit that place. Or maybe, I don't know. Don't know. Maybe if it was still... if people there still believed in the basically ancient gods, I think that would be cool. Anyway. In the outskirts of the city, a man with large spiky brown hair can be seen standing up on the outskirts of the city. In the outskirts... Wait, what? In the outskirts of city, Yikes. He wore a button-down shirt and black pants, seemingly just returning from a business arrangement. I still haven't heard back from the church. Upon saying this, a young girl, seemingly a citizen of Luxor, can be seen running towards him. Verruch! Upon reaching him, the girl can be seen panting, holding her knees with her hands as she attempts to catch her breath. What can I do for you, little girl? It's a letter! A letter from the Egyptian Orthodox Church in Cairo. I see. Okay, give it here. The man says as the young girl passes him the letter. Upon further inspection, he reads over the inscribed document carefully, only for his eyes to widen as he reads a certain name mentioned within said letter. I was correct, wasn't I? It's her Dashin. Oh! Wendy! The scene changes to a cafeteria-looking setting within the church. Wendy is getting thanked by the children and a bunch of church officials. Some kids are clinging to her legs as they start crying. I'm sorry everyone, but I really can't stay longer. But I promise to come by sometime soon. Wendy tries to consolidate the kids to no avail. They all start to cry out loud that they love the blue-haired goddess and want their big sister to stay here. Heck yeah. Hibiki, watching this unfold, walks up to Wendy. Ugh. And it's Sylvia. Why don't you stay at least the night? Stay and eat the fest we prepared, then you can leave in the morning. We can also prepare viable transportation methods for you to get you wherever you need to go. She can get there by foot. Wendy ponders for a minute before giving her the answer. Why not? I've never been to Cairo before, so it can't be that bad. Just keep that silver hair on leash, please. Yay! Alright, get ready for the most delicious fest you can imagine! As long as it's not Hibiki's cooking, I believe it will be delicious. The scene cuts to a long table of people from the church's orphanage, eating together as Hibiki tries to get Wendy to feed her some of her food. Jesus Christ. Which goes about as awkwardly as anyone might expect. Some of the kids start asking her questions. Where are you from? How old are you? And why is your hair so blue? Gets thrown around. Wendy starts answering all these questions, seemingly enjoying her time with the colorful group of kids when suddenly a big explosion is heard right outside the church's gates. The group urgently head outside to see who had caused such a disturbance in a populated area, only to be met with the figure of a tall, busty woman. Nice. Well? Damn, girl! This woman wears a scandalous priestess outfit, in both black and white aesthetic, with a veil covering the top half of her face. She's also known to be holding what seems to be a magical staff of some kind, giving off an intimidating presence. Again, would be better if there was no singing. Hello, people of the Egyptian Orthodox Church. I'm the Pontifex, and I'm here to collect the woman known as Wendy TATEGAMI from your possession. You would like to come out here, please, for me, please? The woman says with a smile plastered on her face. Wendy faces the vile woman. And who are you supposed to be, and what the hell do you want? The woman looks ecstatic as she starts to giggle, seemingly already entertained by her current predicament.
My. You sure like a strong young woman. Exactly my type as well. Like I said before, I'm the Pontifex Bishop of the Roman Orthodox Church. And to answer a question, I'm here to arrest you, false prophet.
A what? Arrest you? For what? Are you kidding me? See, this is why you can't trust any churches, man. Ridiculous behavior. Ridiculous. Anyway, the chapter ended, so let's end the video as well, and we will continue tomorrow. Dude, honestly, recording such a shorter videos is actually kinda nice, not gonna lie. By the way, I have no idea how many chapters there are in this game. Like, as you can see, the skip button is like active. That is because I actually went, you know, unlocked everything and tried to like skip ahead basically without reading anything. And it was going for a while. And I have not reached the end. So basically there might be quite a lot of chapters here. This might be chapter-wise basically our longest game this year somehow, which in a way I did not expect. But yeah, let's end it for today and we shall continue tomorrow. For now, as always, hope you enjoyed. If you did, consider liking the video, and if you're new around, consider subscribing. Super appreciated if you stick around, and remember, with that, the bad influence of churches will not fall onto you. Alright, let's end it for today. Have a fantastic day. Bye bye.